So in this video, I'm going to tell you how I'm experiencing my intuition and clairvoyance and how it is working for me. So I hope that you can get inspired by it to use it for yourself in your own way of living. And I'm very, very sensitive to intuition and clairvoyance, and I have all kinds of visions and telepathic messages from people, and it's normal to me now. But it is not very accepted in society if you are living like that. Even if it is working, people have a lot of fear around those things because they want control. And intuitions don't feel like control because you don't know when you get your intuition and you don't know when you get your visions and things like that. But if you are tuning into some information, you can see visions and you can get the information. And that's a very normal thing to do. And for me, it's because I'm very connected within. If I have to make a choice or have to do something, I can feel what's the right thing to do, and I can feel uh, the right steps to take. But also, if something isn't right, because I can feel like there's something off with it. It's just not that thing, and that's a normal way of living. And for example, you can also feel for people. Like there is something up with this person, or I don't trust this person, even if everything seems right. If you feel like this person is hiding something, it's often the truth. That person isn't hiding something, and you can feel that with your intuition. But in society, it's not very accepted, and people are talking like maybe, yeah, you don't have to judge them and just first see it for yourself, but it's no judgment, it's just intuition. Judgment will be like that you don't like someone because of their way of living or something, and that you hate that, and that's judgment. But if you just feel like this person, I can't trust this person, if you can't trust someone and you feel that, it's just normal that you feel that because there is something, and you have to be true to your intuition. And I always do that, and even sometimes I tried it out to go against my intuition, and then I was like, I have this feeling it is not going to work. It's not, no, it's not the right thing, but I'm anyways going to do it to see if maybe I just have to take action and then it will work out. And then I experienced that it didn't work out. So my intuition was right, and I have the experience of trying the opposite and it didn't work out. So also like that, you can get the experience with your intuition, and I did that a lot. I did a lot of trial and error, and I was like, actually, every time my intuition is right, and even with visions and things like this, it's always right. But it is not something you can control. It's not like you have fully control of it. You can open to it. In my experience, I'm opening to it, and I have an intention what I want to see. Like I have a question in my mind. I want to know this, and then I get a vision, and that's it. But it's not like that I can force the answers. It's just what it is, and it can change. Things can change in the future, so that's also the truth. But it's more a thing of surrender and uh, just let it happen. And also, what I'm experiencing a lot is if you just are present and you are doing your thing and you are living your life, you just get answers out of nowhere or something comes to you. So it's like intuition is coming from the outside. Someone is getting inspired to say something or tell you a new opportunity for you or something. People just get their own inspiration to give you something or say something, and that is then the intuition actually that comes from the outside world to you. So from their intuition, they get the message that they are projecting then through words that they are saying, and then it comes to you, and you feel like this, I have to do something with this. So it's actually from the unseen world to the physical world, and then it comes through you. So also things like that happen a lot, and having visions and dreams is very normal. Uh, just knowing that something is going to happen, I've did a lot, and what I'm always doing is to feel inside myself also what I have to do with this. Sometimes nothing, sometimes you have to take action, sometimes you just don't know. That also happens. So intuition, sometimes you want to know something and there's just no answer. I don't get any answer. So it's not necessary then. I think then that's not necessary. And uh, then things just happen. And what I also have is like sometimes out of body experiences. I had a few of those things that inspired me a lot, but I'm not going to tell you now what happened. But uh, things like this are actually also normal, but a lot of people don't want to talk about it because it is weird. And maybe if you're talking about it, people think you are weird, but actually they have by themselves also experiences like this, but they just say, like, no, this is not a real thing, and it was just happened once, and maybe they say it's uh, you feel something and it is right, but there are also a lot of things that felt right and were not right, and that are the normal things people are saying. That's the NCP script a little bit, and you also have to question yourself then. Okay, you're saying you had an intuition or you felt something and it wasn't right, but you have to know what did you feel? Did you feel some old emotions of your ego, or did you get real information from your intuition? And those people don't know the difference. So there's a big difference. You also have like, if you're telling people you have to eat in an intuitive way, then they are saying, yeah, if I do that, I'm only eating like chocolate cakes and things like this. But that's also not the truth. That's from an old pattern, just from addiction to sugars and things like that. So that's not intuition. A lot of people don't understand um, those things because they are not experiencing it, and then they are projecting their own experience on what you are seeing or feeling, and but they can't do that because they don't know that world. They don't know how to experience it, and maybe it is not their path to have it so much. But in my experience, those people can drag you down a little bit and make you feel like you're crazy. But it's all out of that they just don't know it. They don't know those things. They don't have any experience with it. And they just are reflecting their own belief systems onto you. But when I'm looking back over the years, it was always right. My intuition was always right. And you can numb yourself down, and then your intuition is disappearing, it's going away. And then you try, in my experience, I tried to act like normal, but it didn't work out. Just everything was so exhausting, and then cost me a lot of energy. And it actually also don't work because I have a very strong clairvoyance. So sometimes it just come back very hard, and then you are numbing it down, but it's just not working for me. And it's just a thing of who I am, and I believe that a lot of people have it. And I talk to a lot of people that are actually very intuitive, but they also numbing themselves down. Like because the people around them are also saying things like, yeah, you say that, but it's also just where you focus on and then you just believe it, but it's not true, and all those things. Not a lot of people that are really grounded into this because it's also scary because sometimes you just know what you are going to do or what you have to do and what the answer is without even a good reason for it. And maybe it feels very unsafe. But if you are observing the ego and you are observing the action out of ego, there's a lot of failure in it. Like a lot of failure. It fails so many times. Like people are making a plan and everything fails, and it's not like that the other side of intuition, so the ego is so good that everything is working out. It's also not true. But it feels more safe. It feels more safe for them, and that's why they are projecting that. So, yeah, intuition and clairvoyance is just normal, and it is very practical in the uh, physical world because intuition, you can just take action in two ways, just from the mind, because you learn something and you are doing something you learned in the past, again in the now, or you are connected with your intuition and take action from your intuition out. So it's just very practical because you can take a lot of action with intuition. You just know who to call, when to go somewhere. And sometimes it is your intuition is also telling you now just use your mind. So you use your mind, but in a good way. So you have to think about the project or something else, and then you are using your mind. But if your intuition is saying do something else, then you do that. It's just intuitive. And the other side is everything from the mind. But it's also making you drained from your energy and aging very fast. If you are very deep inside of your mind, you have to control everything and it gives headaches and costs so much energy to do. If you are observing people that are very much in their mind and don't have any connection anymore to their feelings and to the present moment and to all those normal things that are not the mind, you can see it in their eyes. You can see that they are not connected, not um, present anymore, and also you don't feel that connection so much with those people because they are not connected with themselves. They are not really there. They are more in their mind space. And if you're talking with those people, you don't feel that connection of someone that is truly present. Um, yeah, that's my experience. So I hope you get something out of this video that is helping you, maybe some recognition, and I hope you take yourself more seriously with intuition and be true to yourself. If you are having really intuitive messages or you feel something isn't right, take that more seriously because that's very important information. Intuition is very important information. It's exactly what you need in that moment. So take it seriously. But also don't be scared to feel in something. Also focus on what is real intuition and what is not real intuition, and it just comes down all to experiencing it and making your experience your way of learning, and then you can see if something is failing or not, and you can find out your own truth in it. That's very important that you have your own truth in this, and then from that place you go further. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.